You could feel it coming. The Eagles weren't going to survive another year of offensive stagnation. By mid-season, fans weren't just calling for change. They were ready to buy Kevin Patullo a one-way ticket out of Philly and not even let him grab a Wawa hoagie on the way. Now, just weeks after a playoff elimination, his replacement isn't one name, it's two. Mannion and Josh Grizzard. Two hires that instantly reshape the future of Jalen Hurts and signal that Philadelphia understands the same thing their fans would criticize all season. They're here to shake this offense back into contention. So who is Mannion?
So, had a solid camp so far. Mannion, the middle screen, and to a tight end or a wide receiver, no less, with a tight end Conklin instead, and a big gain as he's how good you are. 2nd and 7, deep drop for Mannion this time. And on the out of the comeback, it's complete.
Having to react.
On the play fake, a lot of time for Mannion off the fingertip situation.
Right, yeah. Down at the bottom is Patrick Robinson, one-on-one.
And falling down, touchdown, Minnesota.
His jump from backup QB in the league to Eagles offensive coordinator is fast, but it's deliberate. After retiring, he landed on Matt LaFleur's Packers staff as an offensive assistant, a role that meant living in the quarterback room, scripting practice, and learning a timing-based system from the inside. Within a year, he was promoted to quarterbacks coach, working directly with Jordan Love and Malik Willis, earning a reputation as a calm, detail-driven teacher. Yeah, it's surprising. No college coaching stops, no prior play-calling resume, and already an OC? But that's the point. Mannion's rapid rise reflects trust from elite offensive minds and a mastery of the quarterback language. He's not a gamble because he's young. He's a calculated hire because his strengths match what this offense needs: structure, timing, and clarity. And Grizzard isn't some mystery name the Eagles pulled out of a hat either. He's one of the most quietly qualified young coaches in the league. And when you trace his path, you start to understand why Philadelphia targeted him. His coaching journey starts all the way back at Yale in 2012, where he worked as a student assistant, the kind of job where you're breaking down film at 2 a.m. and learning the sport from the ground up. From there, he moved to Duke, spending 4 years in a mix of student assistant, graduate assistant, and quality control roles. That's where he built his foundation: detail, structure, and the ability to teach concepts to quarterbacks who don't have 5-star athleticism to bail them out. But Grizzard's real rise began in the NFL in 2017. The Miami Dolphins hired him as an offensive quality control coach, and he stayed in Miami for 7 seasons, which tells you everything about how highly he was valued. Coaches don't survive 3 head coaching changes unless they're legitimately good at what they do. Grizzard worked under Adam Gase, Brian Flores, and Mike McDaniel, absorbing 3 completely different offensive philosophies and proving adaptable enough to thrive in all of them. His biggest leap came in 2020 and 2021 when he was promoted to wide receivers coach. That means he wasn't just drawing plays on a whiteboard. He was developing timing, spacing, and leverage with actual NFL skill players. And when Mike McDaniel arrived, Grizzard shifted back into a quality control role, this time inside one of the most innovative offenses in football. He learned the McDaniel system from the inside: motion, spacing, rhythm, and the art of manufacturing easy throws for the quarterback. Then came Tampa Bay. In 2024, the Buccaneers hired him as their pass game coordinator, and the results were immediate. Tampa finished with the #1 third down offense in the NFL, a stat coaches obsess over because it reflects design, sequencing, and quarterback clarity. That success earned him a promotion to offensive coordinator in 2025. The Bucs struggled overall, but Grizzard's reputation as a teacher and a structural thinker only grew. And now, he's in Philadelphia, not as a random hire, not as a placeholder, but as a deliberate piece of a new offensive identity. The Eagles didn't bring him in to hold a clipboard. They brought him in because he spent a decade mastering the details of quarterback play, passing game structure, and modern offensive design. He's worked under elite offensive minds, survived multiple regimes, and built a resume that's far stronger than most fans realize. This is not a lottery ticket. This is a coach with a decade of experience in 2 of the NFL's most innovative systems, stepping into a role where his strengths directly match the Eagles' weaknesses. And that's why his arrival matters, because Philadelphia didn't just hire a QB coach. They hired a builder, a teacher, a system guy, someone who can help reshape Jalen Hurts' game from the inside out. Last season, the Eagles didn't just struggle, they became easy to diagnose. Under Kevin Patullo, the offense slid into a conservative, static identity that stripped away the timing, motion, and rhythm that once made this unit dangerous. The statistical drop-off was glaring. Third down efficiency collapsed into the mid-30s, EPA per play fell into the bottom tiers, and the entire second half of games evaporated with almost no meaningful adjustments. Drives stalled not because of talent, but because the structure underneath the talent kept shrinking. Patullo leaned heavily on one of the highest early down run rates in the league, often out of static shotgun formations that offered defenses no disguise. When the Eagles reached third down, the play calling tightened even further. Short, low-value concepts that rarely stressed coverage and produced one of the worst conversion rates in the NFC. The offense never attacked the intermediate middle of the field, forcing Jalen Hurts into hero ball situations instead of giving him layered progression-based answers. By November, defenses weren't reacting, they were anticipating, and the Eagles rarely punished them for it. Nick Sirianni will enter the 2026 NFL season with a simple, unforgiving mandate: modernize the offense, stabilize Jalen Hurts, and prove he could evolve as a head coach. Mannion and Grizzard aren't just hires, they're a pivot. Mannion is the system architect who can rebuild timing and motion. Grizzard is the technician who could restore rhythm and quarterback clarity. Sirianni sets the vision, Mannion builds the framework, and Grizzard sharpens the quarterback operating inside it. This season is about trust and transformation. Trust Mannion to call it. Trust Grizzard to teach it. Trust Hurts to grow inside it. If those three align, the Eagles won't merely bounce back. They'll look like a franchise that finally understands how to build an offense for the long haul. So here's the real question. Are the Eagles being slept on still? Because this doesn't look like a rebuild. It looks like a recalibration. Before the draft, before free agency, this feels like the kind of team analysts overlook until October, when the offense suddenly looks sharper, cleaner, more intentional. I'm not predicting a top 5 unit out of the gate by any means, but a realistic outcome, a team that starts fast, hits turbulence as Mannion grows into play calling, and finishes the year as a problem nobody wants to see in December. I'm thinking 9 to 11 wins, a playoff berth, and a Jalen Hurts who looks decisive again. If this coaching trio clicks, the Eagles won't just be better, they'll be the team everyone realizes they underestimated, right when it's too late to adjust. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one.